It's not like to project it there.
Excellent.
Close.
You get lots of stuff with the Brownie Kodak camera. Exposure guide. Oops. Very good for nighttime exposures, as in here. This is an outdoor guide. Oh, I love this. Anyway, down to business. So, yeah, this is a little bit of a troubling object to me, and so I'm hoping to exercise it a little bit tonight. Just like, you know, see how it goes. It belonged to my nan, and I'm not quite sure how I ended up with it, but I'd like to think it was one of the trips down to my granddad's after she died, where he spent about the next 20 years just decluttering. And he was quite ahead of his time, was my granddad. And I used to bring stuff home in shoe boxes from another visit and another visit. Actually, it was a bit sad because by the end, he just had one piece of furniture left, a cocktail cabinet, and I have that now. So anyway, this little camera ended up with me. So I've done a piece for tonight called Instantaneous Snaps from the Brownie reflex camera made in England by Kodak London, owned by Doris. Snap 1. I heard that she said there should always be red in a photograph, something red to catch the eye, a beach towel waiting to rub sand from my toes on a day at the seaside I'm too young to remember. There is an impression, they're bunioned, feet planted in the sand, bending to frame the snap, petticoated, looking down into the viewfinder. Pitfalls to avoid. Do not let the seaside sand or dirt get into the working of the camera, or you will have the shutter stick. Although the shutter appears to be working fine, the lens dust is noisy on the inside. Snap 2. The black coating on the viewfinder hood is scratched, fingerprint rusted. Her pearl-polished index nail prizes it open. And as she looks down into the viewfinder to take the snap that caused the argument, her nails still dig. A family portrait, 2.5 inches squared. Me with a painting done at school that day, sitting on my trike, holding a smile into the camera. Her daughter scowls, refusing to be cajoled by my dad. My brother sits in his red toy car, foregrounded, pulls a silly face. The exposure takes forever. Processing and print services by Kodak Limited are available only through Kodak dealers. Suggests that they alone are experts in exposing film roll for this camera. If so, they must have processed thousands of prints since it was released in the UK in 1946. Finite captures of what has been. I'm hoping Kodak still has the expertise that comes with continuous observation of family life to work out if the lens dust was to blame. Snap 3. I place the camera on a small tabletop on top of another table. I stand on a chair to look down. Portrait of shoebox in duck egg blue. Freeman Hardy Willis, our happy family shoe shop. Benita blue wet look slingbacks with door knocker trim, size 7, $2.99. I had thought her feet were smaller than that. Inside, a family of 4 flying seagulls to be hung in formation on a wall, still nested in tissue for new shoes. Set the control lever to B, keep the camera steady, press the shutter button, count the exposure time. Release the shutter button. The control lever is stiff and pinches my bitten fingertip. The exposure time required will depend on conditions and cannot be stated exactly. Indoors portraits near window 5 to 10 seconds. Count to 5 and release the flock. Snap 4. The Brownie reflex has a reflecting mirror viewfinder that works like an upside down periscope. You look down, not at your subject. Look anywhere but. I look down, directly at this stranger on the tube. He looks like my dad. One leg long crossed over the other as he reads. Press the shutter button and count to 10. It'll be a long time exposure as we're underground. At 7 seconds, he looks up. Continue to hold, like nothing is going on, then release the shutter. Don't look at him. Make certain that what you are photographing is centered in the viewfinder, and look into the viewfinder from directly over it, not at an angle. Eye pick at the camera's rusted scabs. Snap 5. Her 8 photo albums are heavy with the effort of looking back, page by page, snaps ordered according to date. I skim instead. Likeness, often looked for, can be troubling. The Brownie reflex looks on. Its fisheye lens sees me back. I tilt the camera, inverting me upside down. I smile back. Open the viewfinder cover and shine the torch in. Light floods, dust motes caught, suspended. Everything is magnified. But in this one, my eyes squeeze shut.